Okay, now my voice. Let me adjust my voice. Where device? No, this filter. Gain. Limiter. Hello. Oh, cool. I think now voice is bigger. La la la. Let's refresh the page. Okay. So wait. Mute. Right now it's good. So today we are going to learn about XSS, and I just want to learn about the XSS. So I thought instead of learning by myself, why not come on the live stream and start a live stream? So we have writers here. These are the writers which I want to read it, and here I didn't complete any single write-up yet, so I will, as I read write-up, I will add the write-up link in the completed section, so I know that what write-ups I read and what write-ups I need to read in the future. So before starting with the articles I mentioned in the Notion, let's first start with the articles. I have already read it and I documented in my Git book. So here it is, XSS. Yeah, so these are the articles which I handpicked. Cool. So wow, here is, oh wow, I also mentioned a lesson from the hacker one. Very cool. So let's first copy all the articles. Not copy, but open all the articles actually. Super blind. Yes, super blind. This one. Oh, SQL injection. What is why this article is in the XSS folder? Weird. XYZ of XSS. Indeed, why I want this as well. Wait, how to open this link? No. Yes. Okay. Oh, they have so many lessons. They have 9 lessons. Lesson 1. And where is the lesson 2? Lesson 2. Okay, it's not in the order. No problem. So first let me bookmark all this. Yeah, better. Let's combine these channels and now bookmark with the live XSS learning. Yes, cool. So first start with the write-up. So it's a reflected XSS. Let's go. It's on the glassdoor.com, which is a very famous site. Sure. No problem. Completed. And wait, I got a message. What is saying? Okay. Okay, cool. So we have 3 categories of XSS. First is reflected, then we have stored, then we have blind. So all the articles will be sorted accordingly. So first we have reflected. Let's put in the reflected version. So this article says that there is a reflected XSS on the dual IP. It is a authenticated page or non-authenticated? Okay. Sorry, we are unable to look at this page. Okay, cool. Probably an authenticated page. Through the UTM source parameter by using the URL encoding, I was able to bypass the web. Wow. So lesson what I learned from that article is that let's make another section building my XSS methodology, and in that these are the like first try cases. First try cases. Okay, cool. Okay. So what he said there is that through UTM parameter by using URL encoding, I was able to bypass the web. So for the bypasses section, wait, let me make another section for it. No follow. Bypasses, yeah. Cool. So URL encoding is the one other thing which we can use to bypass web. And what is the source of this? So this is the article which tells the source that okay, cool. So able to bypass the web affected URL and select asset from in the scope. Glassdoor, okay, cool. Wait, make a proper table for it. It will be good for. Let's make a table. Yeah. So XSS type, then XSS payload. Then we have a we can put write up link in at the first place. Report number, access type, access payload. Then we want another column here for report URL and make this full width. Cool. So here let's copy the link. This is the report URL. Let's good. So this is the URL. Report number 1. Report number 1. Access type is reflected. What? Let me add another column. By passes. Yes. URL encoding. Let's beautify it a little bit. So we have cool. So he used the URL encoding and the XSS payload is this. Wow, cool. And let's decode this payload first, what it actually is about. So if we decode this payload, it's wow, it's alert. Wow, this is very beautiful payload, to be honest. So this is the payload with URL encoding, and this is the payload without URL encoding. It's super rare to see such. It use this backticks probably to ABCD. Yeah, it uses that backtick to make it red. But let me see if I copy in the future, I want that backtick. No, backtick is disappear now. So how am I supposed to store it? We can do code here. No, we can't. So can we store in? No problem. I will decode this payload later. Sure. So this is the payload bypasses and source H1. Let's put it here. So source is H1. Cool. Hello bro, which country? I'm from India. Yo, bro, it's even live. Yeah, it's live. I don't think it is. You watch your videos. It's hella entertaining. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Mm. So, do you guys want to have conversation with me? I can join Discord. I have a Discord server. We can talk there. If you want to solve XSS with me live, I don't know if you guys want to solve, but drop a comment if you guys want to do that. So explanation is that UTM source parameter is not accepted. It's not escaped properly for URL encoded values, which we can escape at multiple locations in the source. It escaped the script section, the payload. Okay, so this UTM parameter is reflecting in the source code in multiple places, which he told that it's been escaped from multiple places. Okay, so this is the payload and is URL encoded for, okay, wow, which is used like, wow, he gave the whole explanation what payload is about. So good. So this is the encoded, this is non-encoded payload, and which is used like finish the string and then finish the jQuery click function, finish the jQuery ready function, ready function, then execute payload here, and then closing the script tag. Wow, so good report. Supporting material, results, screenshot, long videos. Wow. Okay. Let me zoom in. So this is the URL. It's awesome that I have also faced that UTM okay, let's also note a parameter then. Parameter vulnerable to XSS. Not XSS, of course it's a list of XSS. So let's say vulnerable parameter. That will be cool. Okay. And let's source report XSS type bypass. We can put it here, and let's keep it this long. And the parameter here is that UTM source, right? So let's copy the parameter UTM source. Cool. No, I'm just on what we can say on YouTube, not on Twitch. But I think Twitch is also very good, also very cool platform. So I might switch someday on Twitch. Supporting material. Okay, good, very good write up. So how much bounty he got for this? Hidden, but it's an exercise. So and what's the probably like 300, 500. It didn't escalate it though. We know all. Next writer blind XSS. Wow, we already have a blind XSS here, guys. Reflected. Let's report it here, and we add a second writer, which is our again on H1, and this is the report ID. It's blind, and wow, he got $1,000 for this. Amazing. So summary, CSR, blind access on image upload. Okay. tool. And for the setup, we have a image upload functionality. Let me explain a font XSS. When I send an image in the support chat, change the image name to some script. The CSRA part you can ignore, since the hacker can inject XSS in the support. We send a message and support with an access image to every user, yet it massive access ton of user will be affected. Wow. So he not an image upload functionality, but he sent it in a support chat, which small icon which we all see in every second website. Support chat. From the support chat, image upload functionality. Cool. The CSRA vulnerability make a request to the support upload file. This upload file does not have a CSR token origin reference for reference verification. Change file name. Use proxy upload file to support chat. Change file name to this. Okay. Change file name to and for this what he did that he went to support chat channel and upload a file and intercept the request. Then he changed the file name to this. I don't know if it's about this to payload. So this is what he did, and this is the payload. Oh, this is a very cool, Notion page. I will share in the future if you guys want. Not in future, I guess. I will share it right now. Let me drop this in the copy, make it publish view site, this one. Then we have go to live, and here is the link if you guys want. And open chat and XSS will be activated. Cool. So he changed the name to the XSS payload and probably the chat box. Support chat channel didn't encode user input or probably sanitize user input, so that's why the name escaped the HTML and executed the JavaScript for massive. Okay, cool. So wow, so he reported the bug in October 17th, and then when he got his bounty. Wow. And wow, the report got resolved so quickly. He reported on 17 October, and on 20 October he got on 20 October he got bounty. What is this program? CS Money. Their response time must be good. Average time first response, every time to try 6 days, 1 week. That's so good. Average time for bounty 2 days. Average time for submission to bounty it's under 2 weeks, so it's so good. And what's their scope? This is so like my type of program where I want less amount of. They have a block side here, and then they have a support, then they have wow, I have to bookmark this program, bug bounty program. Yeah, Okay, cool. So next is account dot. Wow, we have access on the reddit.com now. Redirect parameter allow for XSS. Cool. Enter the following link account.redirect test JavaScript, and it will pop up. Not a very cool write-up, but you got $5,000 for it. So, and it's a reflected one. So reflected, here is the link of the write-up. Again, it's we will not write it down again. It's the write-up, and what it does is redirect parameter. It's on May 2220, and this one was reported in okay. So it's a redirect parameter. Should be, I didn't mention anything. Okay, so it's a public form. So functionality is a redirect parameter which look like zoom in column and dst. Okay, cool. dst equals to, this is the parameter which is vulnerable to JSS, XSS, and here is the payload. Okay, here is the payload, and there is no encoding in either. There is no encoding in this. Functionality is, there is no functionality, just a redirect. Okay, put it in the here. And what attacker did, he noticed a redirect parameter, then put an XSS payload on it. Cool. So again, reflected. Voice echo, crazy. Thanks, bro. Voice echo, let me see. Voice is actually echoing. If voice is echoing, then to be honest, I can't help you with that. Okay. Let me change some setting from here. Not like in this, but yeah, from here. Filter, gain, we have so many gain here. Noise suppression, limiter. What I can do is I can, we have a limiter. I can increase the limiter. I don't know if it helped you or not, but let's see if it helped you in a way or not. For now, this is the best I can do, but in future I will take care of the voice as well. So we have another reflected exercise here. Bounty is done. Some reflected cross-site scripting exercise on sign in. Wow. The attacker can execute. So attacker can execute JavaScript on the victim account just after the authentication process. Wow, this is cool. Platform affected, and open the URL. This is again redirect URL is here. Wow, so funny. and this is the payload. We have a fourth report here. Fourth report, when it got reported in 2019 then. And again, H1 source, the URL is here. Again reflected, and again redirect parameter, but this time it's after login process. And again, what he did in on login page, let's copy from the here. Attacker can use Java and victim account Java. Good, paste here, and the parameter is return URL. So there is very high chance that we can find XSS on this parameter as well. And encoding, yeah, it's a URL encoded payload. I have just copied the payload. Here is the payload. Let's decode the payload. This is very weird payload. Okay, it has Jav as ripped JavaScript. Then wow, so cool. So he probably closed the tag here. I don't know what this payload is doing, but seems good to me. Okay, so this is the reflected one. Cool. What is this? Leveraging XSS to get RC in text pattern. Not 10 practical scenario for XSS attack. I can add in Notion though. Bypasses. We don't need now this section. Building my XSS methodology. Okay, cool. But before that, we what we call it? XSS report database. Cool. I didn't mention so many completed article here. That's where. Let's move the section completed. Just have the section of reading. So this is the 2 section, and there's another section I want in which I will store all the informational article, I guess. Yeah. So here is the information. XSS is a very cool thing, you know. We can do many things about it. Hijack user session. We can perform unauthorized access. We can steal sensitive information. We can launch DOM attacks. I read this article before, so I know, but I will not read it again. Leveraging reflect. Oh my god, my eyes. Leveraging reflected XSS. What? Let's put it on PDM. Blind SQL. Finally we have a blind SQL in the list. So 5th article is blind he wrote this article on June 8, 2024. We are assuming that article is published Medium. We are assuming this article is published on that day. So we have a Medium. This is the article link. I hope it's not premium. Yeah, it is not. And that the SQL tab is blind. So redirect parameter after the logging process. Let's see what we have here. So the time-based SQL injection payload failed to detect edge. Time-based SQL injection payload failed to detect SQL injection. So this is the initial payload he used. Okay, even though the target is vulnerable to with SQL injection, OAS out of band ऐसा कुछ है. I don't know what we call, but it's related to out of band based SQL injection payload detected. But why? Okay, so this is the case study which is very good. I read it earlier. Krishan Kanaiya Sharma shared one payload on the Twitter, which this one in the user agent header. Here Bro mentioned that time based SQL injection payload. This is the payload. Good. Answer is written in PostgreSQL. Okay, you can read this article, but I'm not going to read it again. How recon helped me to get a stored XSS. For now, I'm just adding dash. I don't want to read this article. Yeah. How recon helped me to get a stored XSS. Okay, cool. Introduction. I don't want introduction. This is the payload being used, but it's 2022 article, and I don't think that payload work nowadays unless you have a very shitty website with zero user input. Sanitization. Modern web application has a lot of user input. Sanitization. So access without parentheses and semicolon. This is cool. Oh, so we have a payload without parentheses and semicolon. Fewer required discover technique call function JavaScript without parentheses using on error and the throw statement. It works by setting an on error handler to the function. You can read it, but I don't want to. An interesting case of XSS caused by file upload. Another file. I changed file name from this to this. It seemed it didn't work as shown below. Okay, wait. Here's the image JPEG, but it accepted the thing. So I made no, it didn't accept the thing here. ERR. I don't know if it accepted or not. It didn't show the HTTP response code here. I changed name this JPEG to name SVG. Then it errored. Okay, so this one is worked with the JPEG extension, but when he changed to the SVG, it didn't work. I continued trying. He changed it to HTML, didn't work. I tried SVG. Okay, very cool write-up. So I gave it a shot and yes, it worked. Wait, XHTML, what is that? Afterward modify the file. For watching or for reading. Let's take a look at the data package for a time. See up to what file today I want to share an interesting I discovered in bounty as XSS caused by file upload. We didn't share the payload because the path SVG X path. Okay, XHTML was accepted here. Cool, right? So we have 6, and what date this article was published? It's on April 2024. Seems like a fresh fish, and it's again on Medium. write up link is here, and it's reflected XSS. Yeah, it's a reflected XSS. Reflected. Then what he did is again upload functionality. So image upload functionality. What he did again, he went to, let's uploaded a SVG XSS payload, and then he changed the extension from XML to SVG to XHTML. So we don't have changed file extension to .xhtml. Good. Bypasses, there is file extension bypass, and payload we don't. SVG XSS file payload. Very cool write-up. Cool. So next, how I was able to find 50. Wow, guy found 50 cross-site scripting. So cool. In background, imagine the amount of money he made from the 50 cross-site scripting. But that's crazy. Subfinder, he did the subdomain enumeration, then there is his payload, then he filter out the endpoints. Okay, get. Wow, we found 50, but there is no much technical detail here. I didn't talk about much about check parameters, reflecting payload in the plain text. FREQ, which also available on GitHub repo, so the tool send multiple requests to check whether the response containing payload written with the affected URL. Okay. After finding 50 lakh and 50 lakh, okay. So this is the payload he used. Not interested. XYZ of XSS. Again, any educational? Yeah, education. So what he is teaching? ID, okay, cool. I did this. And the source is reflected. Okay, not interested, to be honest. So this is all write up. So we have read all the articles from my Gitbook. Now, second source I mentioned is this. This can be done with different tools. What can be done? During my recon phase, I came across an interesting subdomain belong to the one of the main domain of the Dutch government. This website is for display purpose only. We have no possibility to log in. It's written in PHP. If anything is made in PHP, then it's vulnerable to SQLi, XSS, LFI, RFI, and configuration, misconfiguration, or what more, SST? No, not SSTI with. But yeah, if anything is made in PHP, it's vulnerable to 100 of attack vectors. I bothered with the okay, not interested. In my case, I use Arjun. You can Mix two of these three tools increase your chance of finding some such parameter. So a bug bounty table is a recursively brute force parameter. For example.page valid parameter id brute force parameter. For example, id equals to 1. Then he added dash dash valid parameter method. Next brute force method and so on. Okay. I always keep track of dynamic URLs I discovered contain s and equals to after some test with resume. With the new parameter I was able to again a very alert payload which don't work in real life nowadays. For example, a payload would look like this: test, then a script we have document.write. With the little URL encoding so it not arouse suspicious. He hacked the Dutch government with XSS and he got a swag and ended letter. That's cool. But again he used some plain payload which I will not add in my Notion page. Access and HTML via Google Docking. So he used all this doc to find the XSS, which I don't do recon to find XSS, but let's save this article for practice later. Then we'll try to find XSS with this payload later. Reading. This one is still in the reading process. As a cybersecurity, okay, what is it? I don't want to know what is XSS. Chatbot menu. Again, a chatbot where he pop up an XSS. Again, an Indian site. Same payload use. Wow, this payload I have to save it. Let's save the article. 7th article. Date of this article is December 2024. Again, medium. Then this payload. This is the write-up. It's a reflected one. Reflected. Then it's a chatbot functionality, just like support chat, or we can say chat bot. But it completely looked like a self-access to me. At this point, I didn't read the article properly. So this is the payload. We went to chatbot and pasted a payload. Well, there is no chatbot. No bypasses, and payload is this. Okay. Unlucky stored XSS. How I discover severe stored XSS flaw in work. So affected URL. So index.php. I don't count PHP in bug bounty reports. If I found PHP, then I know how to exploit it, but I mostly hunt on modern web apps where PHP is so rare. Payload bypass, attacker.document.cookie, http attacker.com evil.php, bad.com. Okay, it combined it. Remove the slash from here. Cool. So he added / attacker.com.evil.php. Okay. So again, it encoded that slash here, and then also it also removed that, figure out that slash. So he added a he added a backslash, then again a slash. So cool. But again, it's a PHP, so I will not consider in my write-up. So we have completed mostly write-ups in just no problem. So let's read XSS till 12 p.m. Then we will move to solving labs. Escalate XSS to account takeover through quick login feature. Access self XSS to account takeover via site feature. Okay, how much bounty he got? Okay, done. So I hope you're well. Okay. Love my way. Question for sharing. Love Wayback URL. He made that. Okay, this is the for the Firefox. Wait, I have to see this on the bookmark. Good. I will try it later. And staring the small. We have another amazing tool. Small tool for hunters. Combo maker, hashtag URL, PDF, heavy checker. Not my thing. In this case, I pasted my XSS payload into the name field on the profile page. The payload was images. Okay, there is no space. So I think I should have this payload. Should document this right actually in this September 9, 2024. It's from self-hosted. I don't know what type of payload, what type of access is this. Let's give ChatGPT, ask him what type of access is this. Okay, it's a self access reflected type. Cool. This is the problem with the modern framework. He was hunting on the site which was using Next.js technology, and it was encoding all these tags which are essential for XSS payload. Okay, very good technical. Too technical. So he found that bug in login. After the login, there were three methods to login. Quick login, uh, which send a link to your Gmail. Okay, and without a username, you don't need to enter username password. The link valid for 10 minutes only. And normal is username and password, and the third one is OAuth. So he found the bug in the quick login panel. So basically, the functionality is login page. Okay, so he did so many great things here. Next question is that what attacker did. So this is what he did. Tried using the quick login method. The website sent the login link. After clicking on the link, redirected to me to in the landing page. So the redirect link was what vulnerable to XSS. And that's what exactly what Dr. did. And that's what crazy. So he added that this payload may be in the redirect URL. Already copied. Good. What was the vulnerable parameter redirection? Let's move this section. We don't need this section. So this functionality slash parameter. Sometimes XSS being found in the parameter, sometimes it being found in the functionality. Very good write up. Wow, Manan is here. How 100% manual hacking without even Kali Bub led to 2 medium vulnerability on ESV hack. I hope these are the XSS. Yeah, these are the XSS. Good. So he tried this word before trying anything. He saw that some of the characters being encoding and some are not. Then he made payload accordingly. So oh, great. So he found an XSS in that way. And it's an okay. I thought it's an Android app, but it's just a site. Cool. I already have liked. Oh, let's like the content. So government email address critical cross-site scripting vulnerability in actually not interested. Basic HTTP authentication risks uncovering pipe not interested. Bypassing CSP. Wow. In all these write-ups, they no bypasses. In real life, you have to bypass web. You have to bypass CSP. Bypassing CSP via bypassing CSP. Let's add this article already. 9th article. In this blog post, I'm going to talk about managed to bypass the CSP. CSP, this is the CSP which was bypassed. And for those who are not familiar with CSP, in simple, it means no script execution. Execution will be there in any case, along with the something which cannot be applied on the on other sites, which are using Netlify image CDN. Some example of this area. Okay, wow. I often find this type of parameters. Let's I want to image.xg. It's an interesting attack service. Page URL. So it's a rare case, to be honest, but you can always try. So as you can see that it's an image URL which accepting HTML as the output, because that they have allowed that they have a domain which contain all the images and they have asterisks. So anything after that, it was accepted, and not just like they didn't even verify the extension. So that's why it's vulnerable to XSS. For now, just copy all this parameter. These are the, okay, it's a bit mess. Let me copy this first here. Okay, cool. Okay, now it's not a mess. And in case app.netlify.com, the following serial domain name in the whitelist with whitelist, yeah. They use the CDN to host all their user uploaded content such as profile. This is the one of the interesting cases where you can find an XSS, because Netlify being used in so many projects. Even my I should not say this, but even my college also use that Netlify, not it's used Vercel, but they have a common functionality, and this is what it make it so interesting. That okay, so you notice that, and okay, cool. Next endpoint is get XSS, and indeed there was some checks to make sure the user can't upload anything else but images. I tried SVG, but it didn't allow it. I found a bypass for this easily, which allowed me to upload any file on the CDN domain by getting the content type image PNG mim type from the profile to be one of the whitelisted when it's allowed to bypass the check. So from okay, I don't understand. Okay, so whenever a user is uploading content, it set content type to HTML, which did not let them upload a content with HTML text. So what he did, he told server that content type is PNG, but actually he uploaded an HTML file which got successfully get uploaded, and then XSS was there. Super cool. So what he did here, so it's not a very new case. What he did, changing content type. Let's see, we have a functionality / parameter. I added the functionality and added the parameter, and functionality upload file upload user image, user profile pic, I guess. Functionality. So what attacker did? He uploaded user profile pic and intercept the request and change the intercept the request, upload a user profile pic with with SVG XSS image payload and intercept the request, changed content change content type from change content type from text HTML, change content type from text HTML to text to change PNG. He uploaded a user profile pic with SVG XSS image payload and intercept the request, change the content type from okay, cool. So SVG again same payload. So what happened when you read so many articles, you notice a pattern. So we have noticed that now this is the second time I'm facing a functionality where user uploaded a malicious content in the as a probably profile pic or probably again he in this article he uploaded a XSS SVG payload. Again somebody uploaded a SVG XSS payload, and here he bypasses the file extension. SVG and HTML were not accepting, so he added an XHTML extension. But in this write-up, the bypass was changing the content type, not the extension. Although he can also try to change the extension content type here, but he preferred to change the XHTML here. I don't know what test cases he ran before the before getting to the final payload. So he did that. As you can see, we receive a successful response with URL which has the HTML extension. Now let's check the content type of the response, and voila, we have a working wow, super cool. We hit the bummer that content type HTML and the response body contains the XSS payload one trigger, and it's pretty useless due to CSP being. But okay, because of the CSP, the content was not getting executed. This is the CSP which being in the endpoint already mentioned that before it was impossible to bypass this CSP. It's super strict, leaves no room for any bypasses. I lost my hope. Okay. For other endpoint also have CSP very relaxed, but in simple terms that one of the easy bypass with Okay, very nice write-up. He did so many things here. He bypassed CSP. He did the URL parser confusion. Then he bypassed the extension. Sorry, changed the content type. So there was also a misconfiguration. He didn't check the content type while uploading a profile pic. Wow, so many things going on here. Super cool. He deserve a like. A story about how I found an XSS in ASUS. Wow, he have a WhatsApp number here. Front-end framework when bypassing built-in sanitization might backfire. This is a good write-up, but I don't want to read it. I got my first $13,500 bounty through perimeter polluting HPP. HPP? Okay, not good. So we read like 9 articles and all were good. So let's okay. So this is our database. And make it green and dark. That's good. So we have this, we have database, we have what we can try first, then it's reading material which we read later. XSS challenges. Let's start from the XSS challenges. Okay, cool. So now I want a break. I will come in half an hour. Then we will start from the XSS challenges. So yeah, this is for I'm coming in just 1 or 2 hours. Then we'll start with the practical.